as a new minted grad from engineering, you think you know it all. And we're looking around at the technology in hospitals, and that was such a tremendously interesting time to be in medical technology, because these new computerized things were starting to appear in the operating rooms and, in physicians' offices and stuff. They had these glowing red LED numbers. And for the first time, I guess, in history, physicians had no idea how this stuff worked. It was a totally new field of science. When you're talking about a retractor for surgery, it's basically a bent piece of metal, and, they get it. I mean, they can look at it and they know how that works. But when it's got glowing numbers on it and little beeps and words, it's like, I'm not really sure what's going on in there. So for the first time, engineers were sort of welcomed into that world and, acknowledged that we had something to contribute to help the medical profession do its job. And for a newly graduated engineer, it was like walking into a candy store, because you're looking around and saying, well, I could put a computer in that, and I could do an electronic sensor there, and I could do all this high-tech stuff and make this all better. And it was just so many opportunities. So wonderful time to be there.
And I mean, to foreshadow things a little bit, not everything has an electrical cord when it comes to newly invented biomedical devices anymore. So that's something that's changed in the past little while. But to kind of jump back to your story, how has the definition of biomedical engineering in your perception changed since you first took that first job?
Well, yeah, it's really interesting, because I remember when I first started telling people I was in biomedical engineering, they immediately thought of prosthetics. Making artificial limbs and things was biomedical engineering. Going, well, I guess you watched, the Bionic Man or something. You figured that's where they came from. And I was trying to explain to them that it was, making sure technology was appropriate for use in the hospital, which I would really now call clinical engineering. And then biomedical engineering, now has all sorts of different branches to it. You can have medical device development as part of biomedical engineering. You can have tissue engineering and biological engineering. And now, of course, digital health is huge. And that's also biomedical engineering in a sense. So it's a broad spectrum. It's a lot broader than it appears on the surface. Let's put it that way.